creation guide for the Shaman for Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. The Shaman is actually a pretty cool idea, and when I get around to playing my playthrough, I'll be eager to give it a try. They're kind of mechanically like a Sorcerer, just with Druid spells. I imagine that this, when I end up doing it, will be a difficult run, especially considering the unique mechanics that the Shaman brings to the table. I've seen the abilities used in other videos, and I have to confess I'm not very impressed, especially with the dance mechanics. But I'll keep an open mind about the Shaman. In case you can't tell, I've never really played as a Shaman, but there's a first time for everything. For alignment, Shamans are required to be some form of neutral for their qualifier. That means neutral good, true neutral, or neutral evil. I actually like this. I feel like it gives the Shaman a little more flexibility than the Druid, but then has the restriction that connects them to the game's viewpoint of nature. So I really like that. For abilities, Shamans have two minimums, Constitution and Wisdom, and both of which need to be at least 12. That's nice because it gives a little bit of some level of survivability in hit points while also connecting them to divine casting. However, the number of spells for Shamans isn't actually connected to Wisdom, so I'm not really sure if there's any purpose to raising Wisdom above 12. With that in mind, we are going to aim for raising the survivability of our Shaman when we make them. So you want to aim for a Constitution and Dexterity to be fairly high, and then pump points into either Strength or Charisma. Once again, you don't really need to worry about intelligence here, and it seems that you don't need to worry about wisdom, although you may want to investigate that on your own. For skills, Shamans can use Detect Illusion skill with a 20 points as a base, and then an additional 4 points per level, up to a maximum of 100% at level 20. I have to say this is pretty cool. I wish that the progress would be a little bit faster to make them useful against illusion spells at lower levels. So and I would envision it to be like Detect Illusions with +6 per level, and then getting 100% by level 15. I think that would make a little more sense, but I didn't create the class, so I can't really say one thing or the other. For weapon proficiencies, Shamans can put 1 point into the following weapons. They can put a point into dagger, club, spear, axe, quarterstaff, dart, sling, and crossbow. Honestly, with a decent strength and dexterity, there are quite a few good options here. I like the idea of short bows and axes. They give a fair amount of damage and flexibility in the game. But I can also see points into other weapons as well, or other weapon styles later on in the game. They also have a dance that allows for them to get a chance to raise a spirit creature. It's a chance that the spirit creature will show up, and not only that, but the Shaman has to stay completely still. And unlike the bard that can move around while it's doing its bard song, or classes that do turn undead, they can move around while they turn undead. The Shaman doesn't have that flexibility, so I think it's a pretty useless mechanic. But again, give it a try, see if you like it. For spells, the Shaman is similar to the Sorcerer with divine spells, in that they can pick up a number of spells that they're interested in having for the rest of the game, and then they get a certain number of castings every day per level. Like the Sorcerer, the Shaman should make sure that they know what spells they want to take before going into the Shaman class. Then there's appearance and sounds. Eventually, I'll be putting a playthrough of the Shaman, but until then you should check out my other starter guides for Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. That's it for this video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. Take care, and good luck. We're all counting on you.